Hello, I'm Brittany and I am so excited for today's video as I will be sharing with you my favorite fall lipsticks. Okay, let's bring some life to this face. So we are going to start with this lipstick by Sisley. This is the Phyto Rouge Silky Matte Lipstick in number 41, Rouge Miami. Just check out the gorgeous red velvet case this comes in. Oof. Okay, so let's try this on. This lipstick is so special. Sisley advertises it as a matte lipstick, yet it feels so hydrating on the lips. And they offer this lipstick in such gorgeous colors. I have 3 of them, but this is my favorite for the fall, I would say. It just adds that nice bit of pop to the face, a little bit of life, and it lasts all day. And it's just so chic to keep in your bag. Just like, oh, don't mind me, just putting on my lipstick. I don't know, I just love it. I think Rouge Miami is a very nuanced shade. It's just neither here nor there. Like, I want to say a pinky sort of red. I think it's absolutely stunning for fall. So this is Sisley Phyto Rouge in number 41, Rouge Miami. Next up we have Tom Ford. This is his lip color in shade 80 Impassioned. I find this looks a lot darker online than it does in real life, and this is in the Satin formula. This is one of my most loved lipsticks. I've used quite a lot of it, so this is how much I have left. Unfortunately, I do think I need to declutter this one soon as it is getting that Play-Doh sort of smell, but I would repurchase it. I just love this shade. It's like a sexy, smoky berry sort of shade. Again, it isn't too much. I mean, I would wear this during the daytime and I think it's totally fine, but I also feel completely dead without any color on my lips. So for me, a lot of color is normal. I find this one isn't as long lasting, but it still feels really comfortable on the lips. It is relatively long lasting, but I do need to apply after eating a meal. I think this is a really beautiful shade, especially for the fall, and it's one I reach for really often. Next we have the Armani Lip Power in number 202. There's something magical about this formula because it goes on like a satin lipstick, yet it feels matte, yet in the best way possible, and it lasts all day. I don't need to touch up on this one. So this color is more of your warm toned reddy brown color, very fall appropriate. I think this would look good at the office, out on a date. I think it's a very sultry sort of color because you've got that little bit of brown but not too much. So you're not really looking vampy, you're just looking nicely done up and elegantly polished. I think this is a good going out to dinner sort of lipstick because I find it doesn't really go everywhere when you eat. And all lipsticks should have this kind of applicator where it's pointed at the top because it just makes reapplication so easy. It's very intuitive, so even if you don't have a compact mirror with you, you can just feel the tip and trace around your lip line and you're good to go. I have this in 4 other shades. I think this is the most fall appropriate shade I have, but I just love it. So this is the Armani Lip Power in 202. Next we have the Hermès Matte Metal Lipstick. This is one of their limited edition shades, Rouge Grenat, number 81. This is just such gorgeous packaging. I just love it. I mean, I love all of them, but this one is particularly special. So let's apply this one. This is just one of the most elegant formulas for a lipstick. It is so thin and light. It's like this powdery feeling, but in the best way possible. Like, it's just undetectable. It feels like I got a professional exfoliation on my lips and then some lipstick goddess just came and brushed some feathers on my lips. It just, I don't know how to explain it, but it is so soft. And I think this particular shade is just really stunning. It could be an everyday shade. It doesn't look like too much. This is a very nuanced shade too. It's like a rosy pinky shade. I don't know. I just know I like the shade. I'm realizing I'm quite terrible at describing colors, but It's just so lightweight and truly feels like feathery light on the lip. So if you aren't necessarily a fan of the satin look and you want a matte finish, then I highly recommend the Hermès in the matte formula just because it's so elegant. So that is the Hermès Matte Metal Lipstick in number 81, Rouge Grenat. Okay, now things are getting serious because we're gonna talk about these babies right here. I love these lipsticks. I think this is my favorite makeup product of all time. Oh, would I say that? Yes, I would say that. These are my absolute favorite. They are phenomenal. Now, I have been on the hunt for the perfect lipstick for years. I have spent a disturbing number of hours looking at different shades, trying different formulas. I mean, you know how it is. So when I first came across these DRIES Van Noten lipsticks on Selfridges, I just had to try one. And as soon as I tried the first one, I was hooked. Game over. The first one I got is this one. Well, you can't tell the shades, but I know what shade it is. So this one is number 78, Uniform Red. I absolutely love it. Oh, forgot to take my Hermès lipstick off. That's how excited these babies get me. Okay, that's off. That also shows you how the Hermès just really feels like you've got nothing on your lips at all. Okay, so let's try on Uniform Red. And this is in the Satin formula. Look at that pigment. Oh, I love it. Oh, yes, I just love this one. And just ignore this. This is a bite. Chose the worst time to do a lipstick video. So this is the perfect red. My lifelong search is over. She is it. She is everything. She's perfectly pigmented. The packaging is beautiful. I am a huge sucker for packaging, yes, but for me that's part of the whole experience. Now, this doesn't feel as lightweight as the Hermès matte lipstick, but that's because this is a satin formula. So you are going to feel a little bit, but it is so lightweight, very long lasting. The colors are gorgeous. I want them all. I do want to get Favorite Red next because I am so curious about what the difference is between this red and that red. You cannot tell online. The one thing I will say about DRIES Van Noten lipsticks is that the online swatches are absolutely rubbish. Like, you'll see when I show you the other ones that they look very different from what the online swatches look like. And I mean, I love them, they just weren't what I was expecting. So this is DRIES Van Noten number 78, Uniform Red in the Satin formula. Next up, we have the DRIES Van Noten number 77 in Antwerp Vermeil. This is in the Satin formula as well. Okay, I don't know if you can tell this on camera, but this is a much warmer red than the Uniform Red. I think it's really beautiful, perfect for fall. I think this would look good on most skin tones, just really, really flattering. I just love it so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, now I can't decide if I prefer this one or the Uniform Red. Both are amazing reds. I just love them. It is by far the one makeup product that gets me the most excited. I want all of the shades, but even though this is a refillable lipstick, you have to purchase the case. You can't just purchase the refill, like you have to purchase the case with it, otherwise it just doesn't work. So this is DRIES Van Noten number 77, Antwerp Vermeil in the Satin formula. Okay, we have one more DRIES Van Noten lipstick to try. Okay, so the next one we have is number 8, Street Pink in the Sheer formula. Now, when I first got this one, I was like, this isn't pink. But let's take a look at how it is on the lips. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, Brittany, these lipsticks are all starting to look the same. you would be correct. However, they're like children, you know, they might look similar, but they all behave differently. So the sheer formula in the DRIES Van Noten lipsticks just feels a lot more hydrating and it has more slip to it. I adore the satin formula, and in fact I prefer the satin formula to this one, but only by a touch, just because it is so beautifully pigmented. This one I do have to retouch more often, but I do still find it quite long lasting. So yeah, this looks nothing like the online photo, but I don't mind. I still think it's really gorgeous. This is a very nice everyday sort of shade. You know, I don't think it's too much. Maybe people are thinking that these are too much for every day, but I just love that pop of color. I just feel awake. So this is the DRIES Van Noten number 8 Street Pink in the sheer formula. Okay, this next one is one of those Michelle Wong made me buy it purchases, but I was watching one of her old videos and she applied this Bond number 9 lipstick in the shade Park Avenue and it just looked stunning. So I thought I had to have it, and she spoke so highly of the formula that I just became too curious for my own good. So check out this packaging. For me, it's a little too... I mean, I get it. It goes with the brand's look and aesthetic and everything, but it's just a little too heavy and clunky. I much prefer this sort of packaging. You know, it isn't the sleekest, but it's still very chic and it's nice and different. Whereas with this one, it's just a bit too clunky for me. I mean, it would look cool to take it out when you're at dinner and, you know, reapply your lipstick. But yeah, I wouldn't really repurchase one of these cases. But I do love the formula. So let's apply this. This is Park Avenue. Okay, so this is a very orangey sort of red. Has a much shinier finish than the other ones I've shown you so far. Now, what I love about the applicator on this particular lipstick is that it's a bit curved on the tip here. So the applicator really hugs your lip in the best way and it just applies the product really smoothly. It is such an elegant, sophisticated formula. Oh, I really do love this shade. Need to wear it more often. So this is Bond number 9, Park Avenue. So this next one's a bit of a lip concoction. So I use one of my favorite liners, the Chanel lip liner in the color 162 Nude Brune. I mean, you can see how much I've used. It is almost gone. She's just a little baby now. So let's apply this liner. Okay, so we have our liner on. Now we are going to add this shimmering lipstick by Byredo. It is in the color 377 Feverish. This is in a satin formula. This is a very fun shade. It has tiny little shimmering flecks in there, but they don't transfer or anything. They really stay put. It's really elegantly formulated. So this is the concoction. This is pretty vampy, a very 90s sort of look, but I do love it. Have to be in the mood for it, but I really do love this combo from time to time. If I'm going out and I really want to zhuzh it up, I'll then apply the Tom Ford lip gloss in number 21 in the buff. I love the smell of this gloss too. So I just take most of it off and then now we are talking, baby. How pretty is that? Oof, I love it. So putting the gloss on almost transforms it into what I would consider a nude for me. Gives you that juicy pout. I did overline my lips with the Chanel liner and oof. Oh, I love this combo. I'm just reminding myself of why I do love my lip collection so much, you know, because I do have all these beautiful shades and I don't really feel the need to buy more shades at the moment because I love the lipsticks I have. I mean, I want more of the DRIES Van Noten lipsticks, but I can wait. Okay, my lips are starting to scream at me a little bit. They're a little more pigmented now just because I've been rubbing them with makeup remover. The next lipstick we have up is the Chanel Rouge Coco Blue in the color 146 Blast. This is a much richer color. However, I find this formula very hydrating, very smooth on the lips. It's really quite lovely. Okay, so now we're in more vampy territory. I really do love this color a lot. It is like the perfect fall shade. Beautiful. The Chanel Rouge Coco Bloom is a very comfortable formula, very hydrating. I wouldn't say it's particularly long lasting, but it's very easy to reapply, so no worries there. This is just a really rich, browny, burgundy sort of color. So this is Rouge Coco Bloom 146 Blast. So the next color we have here is one of the matte lipsticks by Violette FR. It is the color Cœur Infidèle. I have this in her original color in the Petal Bouche Amour Faux, but I think this pink is really particularly gorgeous. So let's apply this. So that is one sheer coat of the Violette FR lipstick. It is a very dark reddy pink, so not your typical pinky pink. It's really pretty. I'll go ahead and apply a second layer so you can see how it looks a little darkened. Now the key with this lipstick is that when you apply it, make sure you take most of it off. Otherwise I find it gets a little too much and it doesn't have a very nice texture. It can feel quite drying. So this is Violette FR matte lipstick in Cœur Infidèle. Okay, one more. Wish me luck trying to take this off. Okay, we have quite pink lips here, but that's okay because the last lipstick I'm going to apply is quite similar to the one I just showed you by Violette FR. This is the Lisa Eldridge lipstick in Skyscraper Rose. I believe this is in her insanely saturated lip color formula. Okay, so this is Skyscraper Rose. It is a really pretty dark pink. I think this is gorgeous for the fall. Maybe you're wearing a cream trench coat or something, pairing this with it. Oof, I think that just looks so chic. Really, really pretty. It's perfectly dark while still having a bit of pop to it. Looks really, really nice. I think it is pinker in real life than it's showing on the camera. Whereas the other lipsticks are pretty true to life, but for some reason this color is showing a lot redder. I would say it's a touch more pink in person. Since this is the last one, why don't we see how the Tom Ford lip gloss looks on top while we're here. Ooh, shiny. That's a little too intense for me. I'm just gonna dab some off. There we go. So this is the Lisa Eldridge lipstick in Skyscraper Rose. So I think that's it. This was really fun. I really hope you enjoyed it too. If you were curious about any of these shades, I hope it was helpful. Drop a comment and let me know what lipsticks you love. Otherwise, take care and I will chat with you in my next video. Bye.